So how do we get more graduates in true entry-level positions and then train them into our workforce? Shauna, I'm actually going to start with you. You have such a great program that I didn't know about until we actually had a roundtable and we're discussing what we were going to talk about in this panel. So Shauna, during our briefs, you mentioned a very unique and interesting service mandate that Career Foundations has. Can you outline how Career Foundations and similar partners can help facilitate a school-based partnership program?
Yeah, for sure. So it actually goes back to what I was saying earlier about, community and employment service providers are your ambassadors. They're industry's ambassadors. So this actually came out of a conversation in our briefs where, Jennifer and Diane mentioned that they would love for their site supers and their, frontline guys to go into the schools and talk to instructors and talk to the class that's graduating, in 2 months, but they just don't have the time. But community employment service providers, we do. Our only mandate is to make sure that anyone that's looking for a job, and that includes your pending recent graduate, is able to seamlessly enter the job market, right? And so we are that middle person. So I would encourage that there is an employment service provider in every single city in Ontario to open that relationship with that community employment, because then once you build that one relationship, that person takes that one relationship and they go into all the areas that have these job seekers that you don't get the opportunity to, and they bring them back to you. So once you educate them, they become your ambassadors and they develop those relationships with the instructors, with the co-op teachers. They go into the schools, they take your culture, because that job developer will come to your site. They will get to know what your culture is like, what that job site is like, what that manufacturing plant is like, or floor is like, and then they take that back. And for us, that is gold, because the only reason why a job seeker will come to us is because we have jobs, right? So the aim is to develop such a symbiotic relationship that we be your hands and legs, like for industry, because our mandate is to get people jobs and make sure that it's such a seamless transition for a recent grad, because we always hear it all the time, young people, they graduate, they have a high levels of debt and they can't find jobs, and we're there. But our nugget and our carrot is the fact that we have the job. So even just being able to be purposefully developing one or two relationships with a job developer, with a community employment service, where their mandate is to actually get you those people, I think would be well worth it, because that is something that your site super does have time for, and can actually make that an hour conversation or a Zoom meeting or whatever. And then that goes so far in how we can brand your organization.
We talked about this, and to have somebody, so if instead of sending your resources to these colleges and these schools and sending all the banners and being there for several hours, which I don't think is a bad thing, but I get it. I get where that is a resource to draw on your organization. The employment affiliates that, like, whether it's Career Foundations or if you're a different area and you have to use a different affiliate, they are out there, and as you said, they will be your hands and your legs, and they will pull this pipeline together because that's their mandate. And the best part about it is they are subsidized by the government, so it's not like
there's no cost
to using her services. It is a front end or front loaded program, so you will have to be involved on the front end of organizing the job postings, getting the connections ready to go, and then I think once you run it, it runs and creates a pipeline for you.